Welcome, podcast listeners. You are here with your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You are also here with your co-host, Mr. Mac. Hang on. No.
Hello, Matt.
It's Mr. Lee. Say hi, Lee.
Hi, guys. Sorry, it's not Matt.
Yeah, we don't have a Matt this week due to complications.
Yes.
He's a busy man, and unfortunately, planets just did not align this week. So next non-live one, I promise you a Matt. Probably. But yes, so this is episode number 168 of the Fret Talk podcast. You're here with your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap, and Lee.
Hello.
How's it going, Lee? You all right?
I'm absolutely shattered, man. I it's one of those things where you're like, can you jump in and do a podcast with us? Yeah.
Do I have to? Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely that, isn't it? Like a couple of the mornings this week, I've woken up and just thought, nah, I don't want to wake up now. I want to go back to bed.
We had exactly that this morning. My alarm went off and it was like, you must be joking. You know when the kids wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, this is way too early to be up. Yeah, it was like that, but it was actually my alarm going off and you can't argue with your alarm, really.
Yeah, damn you.
You're wrong.
Yeah, no, just 5 more minutes.
You know when the kids go, is it morning?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, dear. Dad Talk. Welcome to Dad Talk.
That's it. Fret Dads. It's, yeah. I was listening to a podcast today, actually, where they were talking about just being old, being a dad, talking about getting a fresh pair of New Balance trainers, which I don't think we don't really have in the UK, but we've got to have an equivalent, haven't we? Like
Balance strings?
A dad's trainer, New Balance. They're like a...
I don't even know what that is.
They're like white pump-like trainers for dads.
Like golf shoes sort of thing, but trainers.
Yeah, they're just standard dad attire.
Bowling shoes. You know the shoes that you see like the old people wearing when they're playing bowls? Not bowling, but when they're playing bowls with the jack and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have to think that some of our listeners are of a better vintage than us, and we don't want to insult anyone, so they're probably thinking, what are you talking about being old, man?
Yeah.
Where are you going? You guys are in your 30s. Shut up.
What are you ragging on our golf shoes for?
Yeah. I do like to play bowls. Sorry. I do like to play bowls. Should we talk about guitar stuff rather than fucking hard balls?
Well, we are now in the Fret Talk podcast, surely. Yes, we should talk about guitar stuff. What have you been up to this week, Lee? Have you had a good one?
If I go on about what I've been doing this week, I'll be shooting my load before the live stream, and then the live cast goes out before this, and then that means that everyone's going to hear it 3 times because they'll hear it on the live cast, then they'll hear it on this, and then they'll hear it when the live cast goes out as a podcast.
It's been my entire shtick for about a year now. Feel free. Feel free.
So if I just brush over it a little bit and then we'll go into more detail on the live cast. So today was the launch of the Gig Rig G3, which is the upgraded, the next generation of loop switchers. So anyone who knows about my pedal board and these sort of things knows I'm a big advocate of loop switchers. I've had them for years and upgraded to the ES8 this year. I bought one off of fellow podcaster Will. Yeah, it's great. I bought that loop extender recently to like take it up to an ES12 or whatever, and then Dan brings out the G3, which has got naturally 12 outputs on it. So, like, you bastard. So there's some cool bits on it. Like I say, I'll just brush over that. No, let's not talk about the news because we're talking about what we've been up to, aren't we? Yeah. So there's that. So I've been involved with helping to promote that. I honestly, mate, I got the press release. I've been bugging him for the press release since he started doing this number thing where he's been like saying like 10 days until release and all these sort of things. And he's like, no, I'll get you the press release over. Like, and I got it this morning with a couple of hours into it. It's like okay, there's an embargo on this for 4 o'clock, and I'm like, I want to talk to people about it. So I'm just like talking to him about it, and I know he's really busy, but he was the only fucker I could talk to about it. I was really excited. So there's that. That's really, really cool. You've been doing loads of Tonepedia stuff. We're involved in, I don't know if you know about this yet, but we were just talking about it actually within a reason, which is the guitar festival that's happening next weekend.
Mm.
So Guitar Breaks are a company which normally take people over to Spain, a group of people over to Spain with a few famous guitarists, and everyone gets to sit in the sun, drink sangria, and learn how to play guitar better.
Yeah.
Which is heaven. For obvious reasons, they can't do that at the moment.
Yeah.
So what Ian Edwards, who runs Guitar Breaks, is doing is using his wealth of contacts that he has to get people like Josh Smith and Kirk Fletcher and these like really, really famous guitarists to do this free festival with him.
Cool.
And it's in association with Tonepedia and Boss. So we're working together really, really hard on that. Go and get your tickets because they're free. But if you get ticket, you get a bunch of free stuff. You get extra stuff, such as you get a discounted code to use for Boss products and stuff like this. And there's some killer Boss products on the market at the moment. So, yeah, go and get your ticket.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, some of the Boss products we were literally talking about on the last episode, so well worth getting a discount code in it at the moment.
Yeah, so that takes me over to what else I've been doing then. I've been playing with the RC5.
Oh, okay.
It's much better in terms of how you use it because this will be a taste thing, but what happens with the RC5 is when you hit the foot switch the first time, it starts recording. When you hit it again, it stops recording. Yeah. On the RC3, when you hit it the second time, it automatically goes into the next loop.
So you have to be constantly playing, or you end up recording some random faff over the top of your good loop.
Yeah. So what happens is this is what always happens to me because I'm stupid. Right? I'll record my loop, and then I'll start playing over it, and then I'm like, "Who's that playing with me?" And it's myself because it's playing. I'm like, "What? Oh man!" So yeah, it's a bit annoying, but that's not a problem anymore. The sound quality, I think, is noticeably better. Along with that, I've been playing with the Eventide Black Hole because I've got one of them now, and that is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. It's got this freeze mode on it, which is a bit like the Plus pedal, the Game Changer Plus pedal.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But because it freezes the reverb, it doesn't just freeze the note. It's like running a reverb into the Plus pedal and then freezing it. So it's more of a pad.
Yeah.
And you don't have to hold it either. You just hit it and it freezes. And it just sounded amazing. So I did a pad, as it were. Then I did a loop, and it sounded like really atmospheric because it had the nice loop on it. I was very particular about what I was playing, and then I had this pad playing in the background, and I was just jamming over that for about an hour.
I can see how that works.
Really tasty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really loved it. And haven't linked it up to the board properly yet because I'm completely rewiring my board. And I'm going to get some new power soon. I'm going to get the power from Dan at Geek because he does the modular system. Yeah,
like the isolator and the whatever they're called, the generator.
Time Lord and that. Yeah, exactly. So he's working out. I've told him what I need, told him what I'm putting together. The GT Core should be on its way soon, and hopefully on Sunday I'll have it by then. I've got a mate coming over because we're not in lockdown down here, although London is, so we're allowed to have friends. So I've got a friend coming down on Saturday, and I missed the delivery yesterday. I've set it up for Saturday, and I'm hoping that's what it is.
Yeah.
And if it is that, then I'm going to be having a lot of fun with that on something's arriving on Saturday, so I'll be able to talk about it on Sunday.
Let's hope it's, fingers crossed, and hope it's guitar related.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it is. It might also be something from our friend Mark over at Transmutation Devices, TMD, because he's sent over a Satanist.
Ooh.
And I'm waiting for that to arrive, so yeah, I'm quite excited about getting that.
Nice. And for our listeners, the Satanist is?
It's I think it's like a HM2, but better.
Yeah.
Because, HM2. But, it is a proper balls out over distortion, designed in cohorts with Tony Peppers of Pepper Pedals. So he actually sells it as well, so you can buy it either from Pepper Pedals or TMD.
Cool.
Yeah. So very, very, very cool.
Yeah. So it's the HM2's the Swedish chainsaw, isn't it? The one that they call it, where you the only setting that people like on it is with everything up to 11.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it. And I think what Mark and Shay over at TMD have done is they've kind of made it a little bit more usable, but you can still get those tones, but there are other tones in there as well. Yeah,
I wasn't expecting to hear the Satanist being like a low gain bluesy overdrive. It seems to suggest.
So the Satanist is a chorus pedal.
Yes, Satan's spawn. Boost.
Oh man, you've just reminded me of something else that I've been on. I can't talk about, but there is another pedal that sounds. Satan's Spawn isn't too far away from what the name is going to be, and it's from one of our favourite guitar pedal UK guitar manufacturers.
Ooh.
Not manufacturers, guitar manufacturers, pedal makers. And as soon as that's released, we'll be making a big song and dance about that. Oh, I can't wait for it. It's one of my most anticipated pedals. I had I had the prototype here about a year ago, actually. It's taken forever. Anyway, let's not talk about spoilers.
I think I know which one you're on about, actually. I've heard whispers.
Or screams, you could say. Yeah. Okay, right. So, what else have I been up to? Well, since we've podcasted on Sunday, other than that, I think that's quite a bit for 4 days.
Indeed, it's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, think about what we've done collectively. We've had the last video that came out, which literally came out yesterday for us.
Yeah.
Was one of the Does It Even series by Lowell.
Lowell, as I call him.
Lowell, yes.
Lowell.
What pedal was that?
That was the Data Corruptor, which, do you know what? I've played with that. I've sat there, stared at it and gone, huh? And he made it sound like an MXR Blue Box. And I was like, oh man, I didn't realise it could do that. Didn't he? He really did make it sound like a Blue Box.
I mean, he's got some absolutely wicked tones out of it. I really love Lowell's videos because he's, as we've said it before, he's like a 90s wrestler with his enthusiasm and just bombacity. So it's absolutely fantastic to watch.
And we are working on a freeway. My mind just went off the rails at that point. As soon as I said, we're working on a freeway challenge video where our BudgetPedalChap lol and myself will be challenging one another to see who can make tones of certain artists the best. So look out for that, guys, because that is going to be extra special.
Yeah, I think at the moment we're because we've got like a team of content creators over at Pedalboards of Doom now. We're just having fun with these concepts and just like coming up with some really cool ideas. We've established our own little video niches. I mean, I've got the Stomp v Stomp, which next week. So in 2 days' time, when this podcast releases, there should be the third in the series of the Stomp v Stomp coming out. I think, in fact, actually, if you go onto YouTube, you can see it premiering. So it kind of gives you a hint as to what that will be. But I'm not going to tell you any more about that. But I'm really loving the fact that we've just got all of these like kind of creative ideas just bouncing off each other.
Yeah, it's great, man. And I weren't sure how the news thing was going to go down. I've been doing that, and that seems to have been really popular, and I'm so pleased.
Yeah. I mean,
it's something we worked on for ages, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did it before, and it didn't quite land, did it?
No.
But now it seems to be really getting some feet underneath it, and it's becoming one of our most popular video series.
I'm proud, really, really proud of that.
Yeah, I think it hits a market because it's like a condensed version of what the podcasts do as well. It's like a short snippet version of that, and then if you want to go into much more detail, you check out the podcast as well. So it all kind of feeds into each other. So it's great stuff.
I'd like to ask the listeners, and bearing in mind this is just for the listeners, not for because we're not live on Pedalboards of Doom, so this is just for you guys. So I'll get close to the microphone, whisper in your ear. What I'd like to know from you is, would you like to see
my dick? No, Lee, we don't want to see your dick. No.
I'd make a zippy sound, but I've got button-up fly.
Hey, me too.
I know.
I was watching you change.
Right. Would you like to see individual videos for individual products, or do you like the format where it's one video per week for a group of whatever comes out that week?
Yes. Yeah, that's interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, it's been following because for instance, with the release of the G3 today, I could do a video just on that quite easily. Yeah.
So it would be like almost like podcast segments, but just as a quick video, then, wouldn't it? Rather than having to really condense it and then push out like 3 or 4 news articles at once.
Yeah, and I know this is kind of going behind the scenes a little bit, but I don't think that's what worked. I think that's what didn't work before, because people were like, oh, come here to see X pedal, and you're just talking about it. Whereas if you've got a group of things you're talking about, it's quite clearly the week's news. Yeah. And so that's why we've kind of gone with that format. But it'd be nice to have some input from you guys. So yeah, give us some feedback. It'd be lovely to hear from you.
There you go. Some feedback for you.
I really didn't understand what you were doing there. I was about to go into harmony.
Harmonised feedback. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, so like the Pedalboards of Doom kind of YouTube stuff is really exciting at the moment, and we've got like videos kind of lined up for the next maybe month, I think. So we're well ahead of schedule, which is really cool.
Yeah, and this is you're in charge of YouTube, obviously. I'd like to get something up every Monday. If you guys can think of something small and simple, I'm tall and simple, so not me, but something small and simple that you'd like to see in a series that we could knock out quite quickly. Yeah, let us know because that'd be quite cool.
Yeah.
Bookend the week.
Indeed, yeah, because we've got the Friday, we've got the Wednesday. Having one on a Monday might work. Might work. We'll see. If anyone can throw us a good idea of what you might want to see, just a quick snippet would be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, as well as pedal boards of doom YouTube stuff, I've been keeping on top of the old BudgetPedalChap YouTube channel.
Woo!
And I did something which I've been putting off for a long time on the No Talk All Tone. Mainly because this type of pedal is really difficult to get the nuances of the pedal. So it's last week's No Talk All Tone was the JSA tight squeeze compressor.
I was going to ask you if it was a compressor.
It is. Yeah,
I've always struggled making videos about compressors.
Yep, me too. Which is why I really tried putting it off as long as possible. But the JSA is an absolutely excellent place to start it, because it's a relatively simple compressor. So it's got a level, a compression control, but also it's got an attack switch. So a little bit like the old Boss one, I think, isn't it?
It sounds a little bit like the Mini Ego.
Yeah. So relatively simple kind of control layout, which is favourable if you're doing a No Talk All Tone on it, because for every control that adds maybe a minute or two onto the video length itself. But yeah, I try and keep them under 10 minutes if I can, because it's a bit too much otherwise. But yeah, I mean, this one being only like 2 and a bit controls, it still went to like 10 minutes because I was using that attack switch. You can really hear the difference between the couple of modes. But it was I'd done it with a clean channel and with a driven channel as well, and the amount of difference it makes with the driven channel is phenomenal.
So tell me, did you find that it was more of a squishy sort of like a Dynacomp sort of compressor, or was it more like a dynamic compressor, a bit like a Ross, not so much a Ross, but like a Cali 76 or something along those lines?
So it does both, and the great thing about the tight squeeze is the feature that pretty much sells it is the it's got an LED that tells you when the compressor's working. So it's like a really kind of simple monitoring for it.
The Cali 76 does the same thing. That little crystal looking thing on top.
Yeah,
it does that.
So if you're dialing it where you're barely just lighting up the LED, you're getting that real dynamic. It's more of a kind of feel thing by that point. You feel it towards the tail end of the notes, where your notes aren't quite dropping off as much, and you're still getting the kind of the breath of the note, but it's not then constricting. But it also does the massive squish sound, which I thought I was not a fan of at all.
Oh, it's fun, that. I used to have a Dynacomp. I used to be in a metal band playing Dynacomp.
Dear God. I mean, I had at one point I had one of those Boss CS3s, and I hated it because you just couldn't get away from that real squishy sound. But on the JSA one, that real squish really, it's a real musical sound to it. And I found myself really favouring that actually.
Yeah, there's two different types of compressors really. One is a compressor effect, and one is a compressor, not so much effect, but one helps you with your playing and tightens it up, but it's still like a transparent thing. So just basically trims the tops and the bottoms and kind of brings the lows up and the highs down, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And the other is kind of like it affects everything in the middle, and it makes everything that you play more squishy, more almost like you're going fretless, but not quite that. And things like the Dynacomp. Have you ever actually tried a Dynacomp?
I've not tried a Dynacomp, no.
Well, if you get a chance, do, because that is a compressor effect, and that is really interesting to play. It just feels like your neck is almost not your neck, but your guitar necks. Your fretboard is also almost like made spongy in a way. It's so hard to explain.
Yeah, that's the beauty of compression, isn't it? It changes the feeling of the instrument. It's really, really strange. But it's like what I found is that even on the driven sound that I was using was like a really, really kind of medium crunch. So there weren't a lot of gain going on. But the moment you started pushing that compression and getting that squish, it felt like there was more gain than there was.
Oh no, it does. Yeah, absolutely. Because it squeezes all of that. It punches certain notes out harder, because what happens is the quieter notes get brought up. So where you'd be maybe playing a power chord and you're not that you play power chords, obviously, because you're much more too much of a gentleman for that sort of thing. But when you play a power chord and like say the third note is slightly weaker, the compressor goes, well, fuck that, I'm going to bring it up. But maybe the first note is too hard, where it'll bring that down. So it pushes everything, but it pushes it all a lot more direct. So compressors do act like a line pusher as well.
Yeah, and it's the kind of thing that happens if you are really pushing gain, because essentially you're forcing all of that signal through those clipping diodes, and it's literally just squashing the signal.
Yeah, you're absolutely doing that. You're absolutely forcing more signal into the drive section. Because what happens on most overdrives is they don't drive all the frequencies equally. Like this is why we call it like a mid hump. So the tube screamer will push like the mid frequencies up a little bit. So if you're giving it more of that sort of mid frequency by bringing like the higher notes and the lower notes together, you're going to be getting that. And like I say, you are pushing it harder as well. It's like putting a boost in front of an overdrive. I have for years used compressors as a second channel for my overdrives.
Speaking of boost,
you're hungry, are you?
No, that is the pedal which is being demoed this week. I felt because I'd spent the start of the week doing like stocking up on Stomp v Stomp videos. I felt like a slightly easier no talk all turn this week, so I did a one knob boost.
So you're going for all the exciting stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. To be fair though, I used it as a bit of an opportunity to give a shout out to Bright Onion, because it's the from the Bright Onion pedal range. It's called the Soap Boost, and they don't make the pedals anymore.
Oh, it's a shame. Yeah, because but they were pretty nice. They're mostly in a small form factor as well, weren't they? Like mini pedals. Yeah. Really, really nice stuff. But they really do the utility stuff really well.
Yeah, and that's what I mentioned in the video, that they've moved away from the pedals because that market's pretty much done, isn't it? Really.
So you did a boost pedal that no one can buy anymore.
Yeah. It was really, really cool. So yeah, I play that. It like generally speaking, it's a really really transparent boost. It gives just a little bit of sparkle to the signal, and I basically make a feature of that. I don't.
What is it? A JFET?
I haven't got a clue. I've not opened it up. Assume
okay.
so. Assume it's some relatively simple JFET boost. But who knows? I don't think I ever will open it up. It will remain a mystery.
You're not a Stu Tate who opens things up before he plays them.
Sometimes I do actually. Yeah, I've opened up a fair few of my pedals, but that is not one of them. Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, it came from a series of mini pedals, and there was a rat style distortion. There was a mini comp as well, which I think again was like a one knob comp. What else was there?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I think there might have been.
I'll tell you where you might be able to get some. If you're listening to this and you've gone and watched a video and you're thinking, oh, shame I can't get them anymore. I know who might have some. Chris over at Custom Pedal Boards, he used to sell them. So he might still have some there.
There you go.
Yeah, so go check him out. Custom Pedal Boards, that's the UK version. And if you do fancy a custom pedal board, visit www.pbodoom.com and we have their full range there where you can go and buy some.
There you go. That was a nice little plug there.
Might as well.
Yeah, given the opportunity, why not, eh? Why not?
I think in all the time we've been doing this, that's the first time I've plugged the shop.
It is, yeah.
So not too bad.
That's it. So probably about 40 episodes in now.
Oh, God knows.
I would have thought. It's almost an entire year, isn't it?
Well, it's been longer than a year.
Has it?
Yeah, it'll be 2 years in February.
No. No.
Yep.
We've not been doing the live cast that long.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
So that'll be, what, so close to 100 episodes then?
Mm-hmm. No, because we're not doing it every week, and there's only 52 weeks in a year, so you're right, it'll be closer to, at that point, it'll be closer to about 50.
Okay. Of course. But then you've done the odd non-live one, like this one.
Yeah.
Do you want to do some? Do you want to do some news? I reckon we should probably do some news, shouldn't we?
Yes, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap, you are leading the news this week. I don't have a clue what we're talking about. Hopefully, I know a little bit about it. I keep picking things up, playing with it, and dropping things. I just need to put things down and leave things alone.
Yep. How much do you know about Harley Benton? Harley Benton guitars?
Not a huge amount. In terms of I don't know what they've released recently. I know a little bit about them.
Well, in fact, you might know this one because I think I posted it in the Fret Talk podcast group.
Okay.
The Harley Benton TE90 FLT, which is essentially product code for sandblasted Telecasters, like sandblasted Cabronita style Telecasters.
What's it called? TE.
So TE90 FLT. So posted these up in the group, and they're coming in. Let's have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different finishes. So very similar to the PRS Sandblast in terms of the finish, like a raised grain, and then the raised grain is a certain colour. So they've got like a green, a black, a blue, red, and an orange. And I think the orange is more of a burst than it is an orange. But yeah, it's like a Cabronita Telecaster.
What's the Gretsch pickups called?
Filtertrons.
It's got them, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's got like Roswell versions of the Filtertrons.
Yeah,
that is the feature of the Cabronita. So.
Oh, sorry, did I just piss on your parade?
Well, it's just I've mentioned the word Cabronita about 6 times now.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's really similar to the guitar that Matt uses is pretty much his standard gigging guitar, but in a much cheaper version. So that like they're chambered bodies, but they're also made of a really strange wood called sunkai. So it's a sunkai chambered body.
This one says it's ash, chambered ash body.
I assume sunkai is a subspecies of ash.
Okay.
Yeah, so possibly.
Looks like pine. The one I'm looking at is not. They could have chose a better example for this picture.
Is it?
Half the guitar looks a different colour.
Okay.
Because they've got like however many piece body, maybe 3-piece, maybe 5-piece. I'm not sure. Which at this price point, that's to be expected. It's fine. But one like half of the body looks. I'll show you. I'll show you. I can't on here, can I? Nope. Yeah, one half of the body, and this is on the Harley Benton website. This is on the Atonement website, obviously. But yeah, one half of the body looks a completely different colour to the rest of it.
Yeah, I've got an SG somewhere kicking about. I think it might be behind me actually. It's like you can tell where the like third piece of the body is. So it's like a 3-piece. The two stripes kind of really match well, and then the third piece is just completely mismatched. But anyway, so like from that price point, you'd expect some finishing inconsistencies potentially. But I mean, with the sandblast finish as well, that's a pretty unique finish for that price point. Because I think the like mayonnaise do that kind of finish.
Sorry, this is the VW Deluxe Series. So this is the TE90 FLT VW Deluxe Series. Is this the same thing we're talking about?
If it's a cabernet looking thing, then yeah. So it's maple boards, maple neck, 22 fret, roasted sunkai board. So it's got a roasted wood board, which is pretty fucking weird, but cool. It's got a reverse headstock, which is the thing that would put Matt off it because he hates quote unquote ball tickler headstocks.
Okay. Yeah.
However, it has a tone control on it, which the Fender Cabinetors did not. It's got a volume and a tone, and then the switch is up on the horn, whereas it only had a volume and the switch down by where your usual control plate would be. So, I mean, that's pretty cool, and it's got like the bridge on it as well, like because the bridge on the original Cabernet, Matt moaned about and ended up switching for a Callahan. They've put like a legit Wilkinson bridge on these. They look really comfortable. Like I don't know the exact model number, but it looks very similar to the kind of bridge I've got on my Squire strap, and they're really, really well made.
So I've never ever looked at Cabinetors. I've heard people talk about them before, but I've never really been that interested enough to bother having a look. So that's why I was like, oh, this has got Gretsch pickups. But they're actually quite pretty, aren't they?
Yeah. It's like the Fender take on a Gretsch guitar, isn't it?
Well, a Gretsch guitar is, traditionally a hollow body. I've got one right next to me. You can hear it go like that.
Yeah, and these are chambered as well, so they've got that kind of audio aesthetic. Is that a word?
It depends on how it's chambered. Like my Les Paul's chambered, for instance.
Yeah.
Don't spit at me. But I prefer that it's chambered though, because it's much lighter, and the chambering on the Les Paul is done to add resonance to it and stuff like this. So what it takes away, it gives back. if they chamber it. So I've just seen you can get a thin line cabrinator as well.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I think is Matt's a thin line?
I remember him saying he got a thin line, or I could be just dreaming that. Not that
I'm pretty sure.
about Matt, but
I'm pretty sure his is not a thin line, but it is chambered. I don't know. This is where we could do with Matt speaking about this one.
yeah. Sorry, you stuck with me. I like rock guitars and stuff, and not that this isn't a rock guitar. I'm sure this absolutely rocks.
To be fair, I mean they're coming in at 179 or 180 pounds.
Bloody hell!
So,
have you seen how much the Fender ones are?
Well, so they did like 3 different versions. They originally did a custom shop run, which it was a production run, but by the custom shop, I think.
I'm looking at a master built one for 4742.
Yeah, then that's where you can get them from these days. But then they did like a Mexican standard run of it, like an FSR run of it, and that's what Matt got, which was like 400 or 500 quid, I think.
I'll tell you what, Mexican Fenders are so good.
Yeah.
Really,
and that's why it's his go-to guitar. But then after that run, they did a Squire run as well, where they had a couple of the standard cabinetors, and then they had one that was like a Filtertron and a single coil in the bridge, but with a Bigsby as well. That was really cool. So, yeah, they did it. They hit it really hard for a really short period of time, and then ever since it's kind of disappeared.
It's crazy because Fender owned Gretsch.
They do, yeah. Perhaps that's why when they took over Gretsch, it was like, okay, that we need to make a distinction between the two brands, and that was just a bit too close to the wire.
Oh, so you mean that's why they stopped making them? Yeah. I thought you meant that's why they made them. I was like, well, that makes sense. Yeah, no, that makes much more sense.
Yeah,
they're pretty cool. Harley Benton make a lot of we spoke about their like Ibanez style guitars recently, didn't we? And they were really, really good. They're knocking it out of the park in terms of offering a wide range of different types of guitars, but at really good prices. And apparently they're pretty good as well.
Yeah, I've played a few. Yeah, as long as you're not afraid if a guitar doesn't come perfectly set up, then they're great, absolutely great for the money.
Yeah, so if you can set up a guitar, you're all right.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you'll get it and it'll play fine and it'll be awesome. A couple of the ones that I've played like arrived with strings that were old, so that because it's obviously been sitting in the warehouse for a while, and you're like, okay, change the strings, clean up the fretboard that's had a bit of dust on it, give it a quick setup, sorted, absolutely fine.
From that point of view, where are these made?
China, I think.
So what about if you were to get like a Gibson or something like that? Do you think that would be worth it? Because it's similar sort of money.
Absolutely not. No. The quality control with Gibson guitars is so hit and miss, because they're working outside of the law essentially with copyright.
Yeah, good old AliExpress.
Yeah, but because of that, you might find some reputable sellers, quote unquote reputable sellers. But then for every reputable guitar that you're getting, there'll be another one which is just banged together.
Yeah, I'd never go down that route. I'd rather buy an old Japanese Strat or something like that, which is what I did.
Yeah,
because they're excellent, and they're not much more money. I think that you're able to get really, really good guitars if you know where to look for not very much.
Yeah, completely. Like even like looking at second hand, like Ibanez Geos and stuff. They're not bad guitars. As long as you get a decent setup on them and a good set of strings, very usable.
Yeah, and don't go if if you're listening to this and you're a relatively new player, and you're thinking, oh, I want it to do all the handstands and all backflips and all these sort of things that people like, bless his soul, Eddie Van Halen and these sort of people will do. Don't go for a Floyd Rose to start with, because you'll just confuse yourself to oblivion and won't know what to do. At best, go for a guitar with a trem, like a standard trem. Would you agree?
The thing I'd add into that is that anything that you'll be able to get at a price point which is beginner friendly, even if you manage to get it with a Floyd Rose and you've done your research, it's not going to stay in tune. Those really cheap licensed ones, they look like Floyd Rose systems. They don't act like them at all.
I've just remembered I was supposed to take one of my guitars into a shop today to get it mended. I forgot.
Bit late now.
Yeah.
Probably closed.
Damn it. Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, but like those Harley Benton Cabroneters, pretty cool. I think I'm down with that. Like 179 quid for a pretty decent Caberneter-esque guitar, and it's different enough that it's not stepping on the toes so much.
It's that scratch plate, isn't it, that really sets it apart from a telly, other than obviously the two humbucker style guitars pickups. But it's it's that pickup. That pick guard.
And the upside down headstock as well. It's the bit that Matt hates, but it makes it stand apart, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it works with that guitar. I think on that particular guitar it looks quite nice, and I don't mind upside down headstocks. I haven't got any guitars with them that I can think of.
I've got this Ibanez sat behind me, and I think the Ibanez headstocks look amazing upside down.
Yeah, they do so many upside down that it's like, are they upside down or are they the right way up?
Yeah, I mean they call it the that particular model is the RGR 321, and so they do it enough that they've got the RG, which is standard, and then the RGR, which is the reverse headstocks.
Right.
But yeah, I think certain reverse headstocks are cool. Let's move on anyway, because I think we're approaching time actually. But
are we really? You're kidding?
Yeah.
Crikey.
Yeah, we're on about 40, 45, 40
Cool
ish. This is something you know a little bit about actually, because you did this on your news last week. The Vox Valve Energy.
Oh, see, my biggest complaint about this is when people do that with a name where they overlap a letter. So what they've done, listener, is they've got Valve and then the last E of Valve they've used for the word energy as well. So it's like Valve-energy.
Valve-energy. Yeah. I suppose it is. Yeah.
And it annoys me. It really annoys me. But that aside, I'm secretly excited about these.
Yeah, so as a kind of a roundup of what they are, they're a series of drive pedals that are kind of preamp flavoured, but they all use new tube technology to create the amplified stage of it. So it's almost like back in the
USSR.
late 90s. Back in the USSR. No, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, when you had that spate of pedals that had like a 12AX7 in them. So it's a bit like that, but using new tube rather than the...
You mean the Black Stars, don't you?
But Black Star did it. Vox actually did it as well.
Oh, did they? I don't think I've seen them.
Yeah. There's quite a few. There's the Trike Furs. There's what was it? The double decker delay, but that had where the 12AX7 was, because they used the same enclosure for it. Obviously, you can't really have a valve driven delay pedal. So it had the little valve window, but had two like Bucket Brigade chips in it.
Oh god,
which is kind of cool. But there was like 4 or 5 different ones in this series where they had like a little window to see the valve.
Have you played the Friedman fuzz that's valve driven?
I haven't, no.
I played it a couple of years ago when it first came out, and I like all the Friedman pedals apart from that one. I wasn't impressed, and I was.
You were wanting to be.
Yeah, so it left me even more disappointed. Maybe I just wasn't trying it right. I think I tried it for a Hampstead with a PRS, because I was in Anderton's at the time, and it was when they let us have the PRS room for a day. So a bunch of us, the guys from Pedalboards team, went up there, and they were like, yeah, go ahead, do whatever you want. So we had the room, and in there we could choose whatever amps and guitars we wanted, and we just kept taking pedals in and out. There was about 10 of us. Tate was there as well. But we, I tried it, and maybe it wasn't the right amp to try it for. Hampstead's are lovely amps, but maybe it wasn't the right setup. Wasn't really feeling it. Anyway, look, back to these pedals.
Sure.
One thing that confuses me about these is the OLED screen. That's right, you heard me. They have put an OLED screen in the middle of these, and it does give you that sort of Teletubbies vibe. But on the OLED screen, what you get is the waveform, because that's exactly what you want. So you get the waveform of the fuzz going on. I don't know why they've done that. I really don't. It's a gimmick, and me personally, when I'm buying a pedal and they've put a gimmick like that on it, I'm paying for that. I'm paying for an OLED screen on here, and I don't really want that.
Yeah, so to put that in context, these guitar pedals are the same price as pretty much as one of those Harley Benton guitars. Yeah. So they're like 175 quid per pedal, which by today's standard isn't ridiculous amounts, is it?
No.
But if you compare that to like the Fender range of pedals, like the Pugilist and the whatever they are, like the Pinwheel and the Marina Layer or whatever it is, all of those ones from that series. I don't know what they call that series actually. They're kind of around the £100 mark, I think.
They're just the Fender pedals, but they're very, very good. Very, very good. But look, let's lay this up against the new Tube Screamer, because it used the same technology, minus the OLED screen. And
that's like 230 odd quid, isn't it?
Exactly. I'm looking now, and they're going between 200 250 quid.
There you go.
That you've got to bear in mind that the people who make the new Tube, which is basically Korg,
yes, Korg, isn't it?
also own Vox.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're missing that sort of like
the
markup.
licensing price.
Yeah,
obviously,
of course. Ibanez are buying this in, and they're marking it up from and so on and so forth. Maybe the guys who own Vox and Korg also own a company that make OLEDs, but I don't know. It's really annoyed me about these because, right, what has annoyed me about that is that aside, stupid name aside, and OLED screen, stupid OLED screen aside, I said before and I'll say it again, I'm really excited about these because the new tube is very, very exciting. It's underused technology and it should be used more because it's pretty damn cool. And these, you've got the Copperhead drive, the Cutting Edge, Mystic Edge, and Silk drive. The Copperhead is the Marshall sounding one. The Silk drive is the Fender sounding one. The Cutting Edge is the Mesa sounding one. And the Mystic Edge is the Vox sounding one in terms of it's an AC30. They can't go out and say that, but they've said, "Oh, this is a UK 80s style heavy rock."
That's it, yeah. 80s style full stack. Yeah, I've got refined boutique vintage amp.
Yeah,
I've got modern metal tones. Yeah, so I mean, you can guess at it.
And obviously they've said the Vox is an AC30.
Yeah, because they can. Yeah. So what you get with it is a 3-band EQ, so very much kind of pointed towards it being like a full preamp style pedal. So you're getting the whole flavour of the amp rather than just this is like a relatively Marshall sounding drive. With all of them apart from the
Cutting Edge.
Cutting Edge, it's got a bright switch, whereas the Cutting Edge has got a tilt.
Tights. Is it tilt?
Oh, sorry, yes.
It's tight, isn't it?
A tight, sorry. A tight potentiometer. So it instead of having like 5 controls on that one, it's got 6. But yeah, so it's like it's they are meant as like full preamps pretty much, aren't they?
Yeah, I like how the faceplate on the top as well is obviously that's where the faceplate normally is held on with little Allen key bolts. It's kind of tasteful, isn't it?
I only saw small pictures of these pedals, if I'm honest. I didn't even know they had OLED screens on them.
Did you not? Oh,
I didn't know.
Yeah, you got to have a look. You'll see what I mean about Teletubbies because it's like right in the middle, and it's it's another thing to break, isn't it?
I assumed it was again like the other ones, and it'd light up and show the new tube in action.
I'd prefer that.
Yeah, because isn't that what the new tube screamer does? It's got like a little window into it.
Yeah, window into the soul. But yeah, I think I think it's LEDs, but I think the new tube actually glows green. I can't think of any reason a little valve like FET sort of thing would glow green. So I'm assuming it's some sort of LED they've got in there.
Well, it might be the same solution that Game Change did for the Jack White plasma and just put like a little coloured bit of perspex over the window. Absolutely genius that was. When they told us that, I thought,
Ilya.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Went for ages trying to do all these different gases, and then it was like, we'll just colour it in with a felt tip pen.
Essentially, yeah. Brilliant.
Oh, man. Unless they've got like fluoride in there or something like that, because that goes green when it's hot, doesn't it? But I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm reserving judgment on this line of pedals. I want to hear them. I simply want to hear them.
Yeah. I want to get them on Tonepedia, really. They're a bit complicated, but I want to get them on there because I would love to run them up against... I'd like to get the new Tube Screamer on there because they've got like loads of old school Tube Screamers on there and the new ones, so it'd be nice to have that on there as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean...
Well, actually, they might. I can't remember. Anyway, doesn't matter. Sorry, I interrupted you.
I haven't heard much about the new Tube Screamer since it was released, pretty much.
You know why? There was a fault with them, weren't there?
What? Is this something we should be mentioning on a podcast?
I think everyone knew about it, and it wasn't hidden. I think everyone knew about it. It was a fault with them when they first came out, so they got recalled and then they got re-released.
There you go. Just in case this is putting us in any legal issue, those are the opinions and thoughts of Lee and not of the Fret Talk podcast.
Yeah, it's not my opinion, it's just what I heard.
Okay, yeah. So allegedly, I think that's how we get out of it, isn't it?
Pretty good sources, though.
HP, barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to try the cutting edge. That looks right up my street. If it's a sort of Mesa sort of sound, which looks to me like that's what they're going for. It's the same sort of color as a Mesa, which is like. I mean, like
out of all of them, that would be the one that I'd least like to try. I think if I was going to rank them in terms of like which ones I would try, depending on how subtle you can get the Marshall sounding one, it'd probably be like
second to last.
Fender, Vox, Marshall, Mesa.
Yeah, mine's actually the opposite way around.
Yeah, completely.
No, I've gained a real appreciation for Fender style amps actually since I got the Duchess, because that thing, when you run some high gain stuff into it, is, oh my god, it's very different, but in some ways it's better than the Marshall when you're doing the high gain stuff, which I suppose is why Mesas and these sort of things are based on Fenders, aren't they? They're hot rodded Fenders.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, I knew that Dumbles were essentially Fender circuits that were tweaked by the man himself.
And as were the Messers back in the day.
Okay,
yeah.
I believe you. I think that's probably a good place to end the podcast for today, because it is. We're pretty much at the hour, and I'm constantly having to breathe through my mouth lest I make horrible snotty sounds.
Corona.
I mean, possibly. Who knows?
Oh.
I've not tested myself, so I mean, you'll feel really bad if I now come down with it and die. So.
Oh, I would feel bad if you came down with a diet and died, mate. Even if I hadn't said that.
Yeah, in your face.
I had the test the other actually a week ago today. It's not nice. So anyone listening who's preparing to have the test, it's horrible.
Don't they get like a massive cotton swab and shove it down the back of your throat essentially?
So yeah,
through your nose.
It's not overly long. It's probably about, say, 10 inches long, and that's just so you can hold it without contaminating the bit that needs to be swabbed.
Yeah.
And there's like a little weak point in it where you snap it off when you need to. But yeah, it needs to be...
Not inside your nose. Ah, shit, I've snapped it.
Exactly. But it needs to be long enough for you to get it to the back of your throat. Let's say put it into your mouth and don't touch the sides. Get it down to the back, and then you put it in, then you twist it around at the back of your throat, and then you've got to do that for X amount of time. And I'm doing it, and I'm going... Try not to gag. And my wife's sitting there absolutely laughing at me because like almost anything makes me gag, apparently. So she knew it was going to happen. She's sitting there laughing at me. Then you've got to stick it up your nose. Don't do it the other way around, obviously. Then you've got to stick it up your nose as far as you possibly can. They say stick it up your nose until you feel resistance.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. And then you've got to do the twisty thing again, but like you got to count to 20 or whatever. But the thing is, this thing's quite coarse. So as you're twisting it, it starts burning. And you're like, you're stuck between wanting to sneeze because it's horrible. Yeah. It's somewhere, you should never be getting things stuck. But this burning sensation, so you're wanting to sneeze and you take it out and you're like, I wasn't snotty, but now I am. And then you kind of like put it into this little test tube, which has got some liquid in the bottom, and you break it off and do it up.
Nice. So, I mean, that's a way to end a podcast, isn't it?
Relevant.
Minor points of yeah. No, I've just got seasonal cold. It's horrible, and it's gonna reappear on a podcast in about 3 days' time.
I hope it clears up.
Hey, yeah, it probably will. I've had it for about a week now, so it's due to clear up. And what a lovely place to put our Patreon backers just after that onslaught of verbal imagery of right, yeah. So if you'd like to be a Patreon backer for as little as $2 a month,
I bet you do now.
Yeah. Or we'll get Leon to talk more about coronavirus testing.
Pay us so you get more.
That's it. So our current Patreon backers, I haven't checked actually. I should probably check to see if anyone new has come in or anyone's gone away or any of this.
This is great radio. Man checks phone.
It is. Yep. Still same amount of people. So we should have Andrew Bimson. We've got Adam Yeomans of Chef Tone Effects. We've got Doug Christ of 37 Effects. We've got Mr. Joseph Richardson of Joseph Richardson Music / Abstraction Band. We have got who's number 5? Is it Huge Erection? It is Huge Erection. Yeah, that's the one. We have got Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups, and we have got Brian Gare of the Tone Jerks podcast.
Can you say his surname again? Because you didn't actually say her name. You just went, Gah.
Brian Gower.
That's better.
Sorry, Brian Gower.
Thank you.
Of the Tone Jerks podcast.
These people are paying us. Come on.
I was listening to his podcast today, actually.
Were you?
In fact, that's who was mentioning the New Balance trainers. It was the Tone Jerks podcast.
Right.
So there you go. It all comes full circle. It's not like we planned that or anything. But I think it's like the second week in a row that happened. So, woo. There you go. I'm going to plug some stuff. If you want to catch me online, it is BudgetPedalChap at Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And YouTube is the home of the No Talk or Tone series. And possibly, if I get my finger out, we'll have another in the Pickpocket series as well.
Yeah.
Or you. And that there was Lee of Pedalboards of Doom. So YouTube, Pedalboards of Doom. If you're not part of that, go ahead and do, because
unless you've been booted and blocked and all that sort of thing, because then we just don't want you. So don't come back. Walk out that door. Don't turn around now.
I don't think any of our listeners would be manically shit like the people who we've had to boot from.
Oh, there are some. Oh, we could do a podcast on that. Just go through like the list of people we've blocked and just go, oh, this one.
Yeah, he was a right knobhead. So yeah, if you're not part of the Pedalboards of Doom YouTube channel, like we say, we've got multiple content creators at the moment, and each and every one of the video series that are happening are absolutely fantastic. I'm really proud to be part of it. And Lee, you also do Tonepedia in its many different guises through the Tonepedia player and the live streams and all of this jazz, don't you?
Yeah, so we if you're not familiar with Tonepedia, we take your pedals that people have created, and what we do is we record them in many different combinations of controls, and then we put it all together, and you get to go into tonepedia.com and play with the pedals and guitars and basses and speakers and all these different types of things, and you can go there and you can compare things, compare your fuzzes, compare your delays, compare anything, and it's a lot of work goes into it. Each pedal takes approximately a week's worth of demoing, so when Budget Pedal Chap was saying a moment ago that if you add more controls to a pedal, it takes him longer to demo it. Well, you try doing it on mass when you're looking at Tonepedia. It does take us. Some pedals have taken weeks and weeks to tone capture. So yeah, go in there and see what all the hard work was all about. You get to try it through different amps, different guitars, try different things out. We might not have your amp, we might not have your guitar, but the various different combinations will give you the truest feeling of what that pedal really sounds like. So yeah, there's my plug. A bit longer than normal, but it's good stuff.
Indeed. And that is where we shall end it for today. So, from myself, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap, say bye me. Bye. From Lee.
Did you really just do that?
I did, yeah. From Lee. Say bye, Lee.
Bye.
It will be a tatty bye and good night for this week. Ta-ra,
see you later. Bye.
Bye. Okay. This one wins. Poop jokes aren't my favourite jokes, but they're a solid number 2. Poop jokes. Lee, listen. Poop jokes.
Should I tell it?
Poop jokes, Lee. I've lost it now. Poop jokes.
What do you mean you've lost it? You can't remember that? Fucking hell.
They aren't my favourite jokes, Lee, but they're a solid number 2. Because number 2 is usually a euphemism for shitting. Lee, just so you get it.
Let me try. It might be.
But with the same joke.
Yeah. It might be shit, but it might not. Poop jokes aren't my favourite, but they are a solid number 2.
Aha! I am keeping this entire dialogue in the end of the podcast.
Fuck, don't do
it. Telling the same shit joke back and forth.
Oh, man.